talking about the Og incident. I've always hated that title. Incident? Incident? Steve using the head after eating 3 burritos and forgetting to light a match. That's an incident. What happened that fateful day in 2027 was beyond terror any of us has ever seen. Og incident? Try Og travesty. Try Og massacre. How about Og Armageddon? Because that's where we're headed, thanks to the horror of the Illuminati and their Humanity Front puppets unleashed on the Earth that day. I'm taking the time in this broadcast to remember, not so we can get together and cry about lives lost. I lost people too, and they should never be forgotten. No, I'm doing it because the Og Insa Massageddon is only the first of many horror shows we're about to be subjected to, unless we figure this shit out fast. Remember the Cold War and how we sat on the brink of destruction minute by minute? How we hated the commies and the commies hated us? How they had a way of life that we couldn't fucking stand, and it was only a matter of time before they swallowed us up in their ideology and technological superiority? I don't either, actually, but my grandpa used to tell me about those. And let me tell you, followers, it's starting to sound awfully fucking familiar. While, Steve's gonna hook me up with some of our attachés out in Seattle's Fortress of Solitude. But until then, I have to reiterate some things. You know, we haven't heard much about this Task Force 29 division lately. The one Interpol created in 28 after that quote-unquote horrifying breakdown of cooperation between the intelligence-gathering organizations worldwide. Not like we were expecting to, of course. I mean, it's not like they could come out and say, we've created a special intelligence force of natural-born killers who can enter your country whenever it wants, bust into your house, and detain you for who knows how long if you happen to buy a pack of cigarettes from the local 7-Eleven guy. But if you read what I'm reading these days, and by that I mean UN Resolution 0451, which ratified the deal, you'd be appalled. Not only do these guys have no restrictions as far as international boundaries go, they're charged with both preventing attacks and investigating them after they happen. That's right, geniuses! TF-29 gets to pick and choose which attacks to stop and which they want to roll forward. Ooh, I hear them saying as they rub their pudgy, world-dominating hands together. I feel the need for a little mass destruction today to remind the plebes why they need to be policed. Or, I need a little terror plot foil to remind them that we're here to protect them, not control them. It's brilliant, followers. Fucking New World Order brilliant. Some clotted cream on these scones right now. Ah, fuck it. What are we talking about? Oh, right. Unbelievable. We got Pikus on here in our secret location, which we are calling Grandma's Tea Room. And as usual, they are doing their due diligence to pin this most recent bombing in Prague on ARC. Now, I'm not saying Rucker and the Augmented Rights Coalition don't get their hands dirty once in a while. Who can blame them? If you were the only legitimate hope to liberate a terrorized minority, you'd have to stick a pipe in a wheel once in a while to let people know you're not messing around when it comes to defending your own. But to say Rucker is behind mass destruction on this level is ridiculous. Come on! The man's a fucking doctor! Is it possible that being locked up in Gollum City all this time has caused him to go a little cuckoo? Lots of talk about how he's been hitting the bottle hard these last few months. We've all seen pics of what that isolationist hellhole looks like inside, but I personally don't believe he has such a hold on his followers that they would walk blindly into a situation where they'd be responsible for a mass murder on this scale. Not buying it. Not buying it, Picus. As usual. In fact, Picus, the more you say it, the less I'm buying it. That's just a personal rule when it comes to me. And just for the record, my eyeballs are happy that Eliza Cassan is back as the host after that disappearance in 27 for a while. But my ear holes still don't believe any word that slut puppet has to say. And I'm digressing again. There's more of this to come, followers, so get that wax out of your eardrums. And if you're just joining us, as all you followers probably know, I've been a marked man for years. The reality of this being that I have to hide out in Grandma's tea room and hire 2 computer geeks full-time to block off and de-scramble hacking codes while they're snacking on cheesy puffs all day. Love writing those paychecks, I tell ya. But these are the golden days compared to 2 decades ago when I had to fake my own death. Or when Illuminagents stormed the van we were broadcasting out of, put Steve in a full Nelson, and locked us up for 2 weeks. I think Steve is still twitching from the waterboarding. Yes, I told them I would stop our broadcasts, and 2 years later, here we are again, giving you the uncensored, unoppressible, undeniable truth. With Laz, what you see is what you get, and no threats from any bully, I don't care what level of masonry he's achieved, is going to push me around.